She broke up with me for no reason. Hi guys, my name is Christine Loveridge and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about what to do if she broke up with you for no reason. So the first point I want to get into is there probably is a reason. So just because it seems like there's no reason, it doesn't mean that there wasn't a reason. You might just not know what that reason is. It's very unlikely that if she is a healthy girl, someone who has a healthy self-esteem, that she broke up with you for no reason. Of course, it's not impossible for her to not break up with you for completely no reason whatsoever. If that's so, then that's obviously a very immature thing to do, and you're probably better off without her. But if she is a normal sort of girl, pretty average, a normal woman, then she probably broke up with you for a reason. She just didn't tell you what it is. She just wasn't clear about it. Or perhaps the reason is so subtle that you weren't aware of it. Or perhaps you were just clueless. You need to keep these things in mind when you're thinking about this kind of thing. There probably was a reason. And you may want a reason from her, but if she's gone and she's broke up with you, you need to respect that, obviously. If she's gone, she's gone, and if she wants to go, then just let her go. You can't make someone stay with you, even if the reason why they've gone is for no reason at all, or it appears it was no reason at all. My next point is she may have broken up with you for an emotional reason rather than a logical reason. So a logical reason for someone to break up with someone might be, they hit me, or they cheated on me, or they disrespected me in some way, they lied to me. These are the reasons why people break up with someone, right? And that's a logical reason to break up with someone. But it may have been a more emotional reason. So perhaps she just didn't feel like you two were gelling. This is why I can sometimes see like she's broken up with you for no reason, because it's an emotional thing. It's not something you can see. It's not something that you can calculate. It's just she just simply felt there was something off with the relationship. You two just didn't gel. You two just didn't get along. You two kept on arguing, and it just didn't make her feel right. If a woman doesn't feel right with you, then they probably will end up breaking up with you, and they might not even know the reason themselves. All they know is intuitively they wasn't enjoying the relationship. So that might be a reason why they broke up with you, and why it doesn't seem very logical for them to have broken up with you, because it wasn't a logical reason. It wasn't an event that happened, or it wasn't an action that was taken. It was more of just how they simply felt. My next point, and I've already touched on this, is if she did break up with you for no reason, then obviously she's immature, and you're probably better off without her, because if she just broke up with you for no reason, and that's just because obviously if she broke up with you for no reason, then that's obviously a really immature thing to do. Obviously there's something wrong with her self-esteem, probably. She might have been playing games with you. She might have been doing like a bunch of different things that who knows, right? Because again, there was no reason. Take it as a kind of a lesson. Perhaps you dodged a bullet. Perhaps this is for your benefit. Ultimately, you are probably better off. And if you know that, and if you feel that, and you understand it, and you become at peace with it, and genuinely feel like, oh wow, I dodged a bullet. This was actually a good thing. I'm glad she broke up with me. I'm glad that she's gone, because she just broke up with me for no reason. It makes no sense. She doesn't make any sense. I'm going to go and find someone new, because that's probably going to be better for me. Because I'm going to try and meet someone who doesn't do these kinds of strange things and have these strange behaviors. So my next point is I want you to know that you are worthy, to work on your self-worth and your self-image. I made a video recently on self-image, so please go and check that out. So just because she broke up with you doesn't mean that you are not worthy of her. There could be a multiple amount of reasons why she broke up with you, even if you don't know those reasons. So even though it may feel very personal, try not to take it personally. It's always better to see the brighter side of things when going through this kind of experience. So you see it as her loss, or the fact that you dodged a bullet. If you see it from those kinds of points of view, it won't be as painful to go through. And you have to work on your self-image. You have to see it as her loss, and that you're a great person, and any woman will be very lucky to date you, Because, you know, you have to kind of be your own hero. You have to be the hero in your own story. You need to kind of think that you're Neo. You have to think that you're the one. You have to be the one that thinks that way about yourself. And you have to think of yourself as the hero of your own story. Because no one else is. Because everyone else is living their own story, which they are the one of, which they are the hero of. So you have to have that self-esteem. You have to have a tiny bit of arrogance in order to have a bit of self-worth. You need to think that you're kind of the best thing since sliced bread. A little bit, in order for you to have that self-worth, because it's better to think of yourself as someone who has high self-worth than it is to think of yourself as someone who is crap, ugly, horrible, and having this really poor self-image. So you need to have a little bit of an ego, a little bit of arrogance, in order to, you know, have a healthy self-esteem. You need to think that you're worthy of good things, of good relationships, of having good women in your life. You need to feel like that. Because if you don't, it's much more worse to have a really low self-image. So obviously you don't want to be a narcissist or anything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that you need to believe that you are the hero of your own story, and everything that happens for you, good or bad, is some kind of benefit to you. It's going to be some kind of benefit to you in some way. So my next point is you might need time to process this, especially if it still feels really painful, and have time to heal. So do some things that you enjoy, do stuff that is empowering for you, that feels good. I've talked about this a lot recently, but don't do things that feel good in the moment that is ultimately bad for you. So that's eating junk food, getting drunk, taking drugs. Don't do anything like that, but do things that are good for you in the long run as well. So something like that would be exercise, trying to find ways to make more money, you know, starting your own business, going into your hobbies, meeting up with friends, you know, doing things that are good for you. They're good for you in the moment, and they're also good for you in the long run as well. So fill up your time with doing stuff like that. Have time to heal and get over it. And once you feel ready, start finding someone new and finding someone better, finding someone who you can have a good and better connection with, who won't do things like dump you for no reason. Have also a bit of time of self-reflection. So perhaps you kind of have an inkling of why they may have broken up with you. And if you think it is your fault and there may have been some things that you did, obviously just look back on what those things might have been, or what you're suspicious that they might have been. So perhaps you thought, oh, well, maybe I was a bit angry that one time, or well, I kind of over messaged them and kind of was a bit needy this time, so perhaps that has something to do with it. Basically, just look back at the relationship and see if there were things that you could have done better, and basically just chalk it up to experience. Don't beat yourself up about it. Simply chalk it up to experience and know not to do those things again in the future, just in case they were the reasons why this person broke up with you. But anyway, I hope this has helped you. If you would like help with me personally, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com/shop. If you would like me to answer something in a future video, then please leave it down in the comments and I'll try to do it as soon as possible. Please like, please subscribe, and I shall talk to you guys again very soon. Goodbye, guys. I can't think. And today I'm talking about what am I trying to say?